Hey, howdy-o everyone, Lost Leader here, and I just want to say thank you so much. I know I'm not really big on YouTube or really have that many fans, even on Twitch, but honestly it really does mean a whole lot to me when anyone watches my video. Like, this is something that I love doing, and if I could keep doing it for the rest of my life, I will. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Like, it really does matter to me, and I understand that there's other videos that you can watch. Okay, now that the sappy moment is out of the way, I would like to talk about my top pick for games in 2015. I know a lot of you were expecting a lot of games for 2015, but honestly, I don't really find a lot of games the year that come out, so, yeah. But I did play a lot of them in 2015, and you may be asking, but Lost, it's February. Why are you even doing this? You can't tell right now, but I'm doing, like, little gun fingers. So from this big pile of games I played, I have picked 8 as my top favorite games of 2015, with some nice honorable mentions to put on the side there. Outrun 3D! Honestly, this is a surprise pick because it's outright a game I beat just a few days before 2016. So why exactly is it so high and one of my favorite games of 2015? Well, because it's arcade fun. It's something that's just so reminiscent of our past to yesteryear. Outrun honestly doesn't have much going for it. It's just getting from point A to point B as fast as possible. But the amount of speed you put into this game would make Sonic jealous. It's not only a game that focuses on speed, but on reflexes as well. The game honestly feels like I'm driving a car at 180 miles per hour, and honestly I can say that I never get that feeling of fast from any game out there. Yeah, even Sonic. And the kicker? It's short. So short in fact that simply playing the game for all the endings still didn't quite satisfy my thirst for it. But it's such a great way to experience an arcade feeling without actually going outside, meeting people in those dark, creepy arcades. Ugh. It's one of those games you'll look back on and ask other people if they played it. It certainly isn't the best game out there, but the experience is a rush for everyone. And the fact that anyone can enjoy it is exciting. One of the best pick up and play experiences, in my opinion. Undertale. 2015 was probably the year of Undertale for a lot of people in the world. Tumblr and most of all, GameFAQs especially. Say what you want about this SJW game, it's still good. From its end to its bizarre hidden backstories, Undertale is a game that understands how to utilize all its assets. It's honestly not often enough that a game choice actually comes from a way you play it rather than a simple choice box. But somehow Undertale slam dunked it hard into our minds why games are such a great media to experience. Then you start throwing in things like mashing up genres like shmups and RPGs, throw in an amazing soundtrack, and finish it off with an amazing cast of characters, you really get a recipe for an amazing game. If anything though, Undertale is a reminder that with determination, anything can be possible. Even a kickstarted indie game beating out numerous AAA titles for one of the best games of 2015. Ninja Gaiden! Ninja Gaiden, I ain't lying, is really hot on your back, but as long as you have the skills to pay the bills, you won't be bleeding like that. But seriously though, I beat Ninja freaking Gaiden. You know how many 90s kids are hooting about that? At least 2 of them. Ninja Gaiden still rings as an amazing game, and the solid reason why is due to how well it teaches a player to not suck. With such a limited structure, constant barrage of enemies, and almost pinpoint precision with some of these jumps, Ninja Gaiden seems like unfair. But it's so far from it. Everything this game does is to teach you how to be better. Too many birds hitting you? Maybe you should wait for it and know exactly when it responds. Enemy constantly responds? Looks like you may have to push forward anyway. Everything Ninja Gaiden does punishes the player for making the wrong decision. You start making the right moves and pull everything out correctly. Suddenly it becomes a peaceful walk in the park. With the only clear flaw being the endless trouble that is the 6-1 loop, Ninja Gaiden was one of the very first games to clearly teach a player to get good. Thankfully we had amazing music, and were rewarded with a cinematic experience for all our hard work. Even this game is not only a privilege, but a wonderful experience to be had, even 27 some odd years later. Super Mario Maker! Woohoo! Or just Super Mario Maker. I mean, I may not have beaten this game by my standards yet, but I've poured a lot of hours and sweat and tears and... Please stop sending me hard levels! Oh my god! Just... Sorry, it's just that Mario Maker is a heavily mixed bag of really good levels, mean levels, bad ones, and well, auto levels? Really though, Mario Maker is a game that outright makes making levels far more fun than playing them. Not a lot of games understand the charm of creating and making something so simple on a drop of a hat. Sure, Little Big Planet has more choices, but it's far more complex, not as well tuned, and simply not as fun to create when I could pick up my gamepad and make a level in under 15 minutes. And that's the magic of Mario Maker. It's fun to make, fun to play, and fun to make your friends suffer. It's only a strong burst of creativity that honestly could put out Conduct forever thanks to the fan base. And why is such a strong contender in 2015 for me? Chrono Trigger DS! No, really, I haven't played Chrono Trigger till 2015. Seriously. I mean, like, sure, I may have gotten it a while ago, but sit down and play an RPG, especially a JRPG, that's, well, it's not exactly my style. I mean, like, now it probably is, but you wouldn't know it, you know? Like, once I started playing Chrono Trigger, I honestly couldn't put it down for long. Heck, I was streaming Earthbound Beginnings for a while, but that took a sharp backburn to Chrono Trigger once I got my hands on it. But really what makes this game so special to get my attention, I'm sure it's been discussed before, but really it's how character-driven the story is, and how often you are engaged with the game. From the choices you make, to the way combat acts as a smooth transition, to the multiple ways this game can end. Chrono Trigger is popular for a reason. That's because everything it does works. All the characters feel real, the things you do in game have consequences, and really Chrono Trigger just has this animated charm to it that helps make their characters iconic. I mean, Chrono Trigger is still a game that impresses, and I won't ever doubt that I'll come back to a New Game Plus and experience Chrono and the gang's adventure again. And honestly, not many games want you coming back for more, and that's impressive even in 2015. Grandia 2! No wait, it's Grandia. Grandia 2! It wasn't until recently when I was playing the original Grandia when I realized why I like Grandia 2 so much. Sure, the combat is great, the story is heartfelt, and the level up customization is amazing, but what really made me realize why I love Grandia 2 so much, it emulates Paper Mario style really well. Or I suppose, opposite considering it was released afterward. And what I mean by that though, is that Paper Mario is a game where largely you won't get lost in what you're doing. But the story, characters, and battle systems will pull you in. The game's pacing is well off to the point you aren't going to be bored till the very end, and the game doesn't like to waste your time on pointless battles either, although animations are a different story. Still, with its characters that are somewhat archetypical, the game still pulls miles ahead of other RPGs out there by getting to the point. Everything about this game is fun, adventurous, and heartfelt. Not be impressed by its story, but Grandia 2 is certainly all about its cast of characters and wonderful battle system. Still honestly debating on whether this or the original Grandia is my favorite in the series, but I know for sure that this is one of my favorites from 2015 that I played. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse! What if Metroid was a girl? Okay, stupid, I know, right? But what if Samus was like just a normal girl? I mean, like, seriously. Well, you might get something like Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. Seriously, Shantae has borrowed so many things from the Metroidvania series throughout the years, but this is the first time I could truly say that they really made an amazing game out of the franchise. Not to say that the other Shantaes were bad, or that there were certain games that clearly had more potential, but couldn't quite live up to it, whether it be backtracking, the absence of a map, or simply just not having a wide enough control scheme. Shantae really has come a long way from a constant struggle to do belly dances to a pirate-wielding, platforming, and exploring adventure that is Pirate's Curse! And with a wonderfully robust cast thanks to the early game, some heartwarming moments, and generally some of the best sound design this side of a Zelda game, Shantae is really crafting your own Metroidvania type of game. Heck, I say this game is more of a mix of Zelda and Metroid than anything else. Zelroid? Like, honestly, how can you not get a little excited hearing a combination like that? Here it is, and if you've been hanging around my streets for a while now, you may know that I love Splatoon, and I consider it my game of the year 2015. Crazy, right? I actually got the year right on a game of the year. Trust me, that doesn't happen often. But why Splatoon? Let's put it this way. I have well over 300 hours on Splatoon in 2015 despite it coming out midway through the year. While other people looked at Splatoon as this bare bones game, I looked at it as an evolution of what third-person shooters could be. And the fact it redefined the entire genre is maddeningly underrated. And no, I'm not just talking about the crouch refill and cover being all one button, but, I mean, high five on that too. No, my favorite thing about Splatoon, you don't have to kill anyone. Seriously, that's it. You know how mind-bending amazing that is for in a genre? That is literally the focus on team v team combat. Sure, you could totes kill or splat your enemies, but largely it's not needed. Even in ranked battles where tensions are high, you could largely go around just creating paths for your team and to reach the goal or hold your spot. But when people complain about lack of content when the game first launched, honestly I found that to be dumb. It's something that people put there to kind of just give some sort of negative about a great game. While it's true that it only had a few months starting out, largely it helped the game build a base meta for future more complex maps that come out. Not to mention all the constant updates had people coming back for more. Just see what was new. Honestly, I kind of like this strategy rather than just paying for more DLC maps, but oh well. People will complain about anything. I could honestly talk about a lot of things that Splatoon does right and why I generally love the combat, but I do want to at least point out how great its campaign is. Sure, the campaign itself is like only about 6 hours long, but boy is it really just a long tutorial. Everything in that campaign is there to teach you how to play Splatoon. And not just a simple how to splat enemies, how to use sub-weapons. No, 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 no. Campaign helps you learn all the neat little tricks and help you perform far better than you would by simply diving into turf war or any kind of like rank battle. And it's so gratifying to have that in a main campaign of what largely is a team-based shooter. Okay, so I've probably been gushing about Splatoon a lot, but you get the picture, no? Splatoon is a game that breathed some fresh air to me and to the gaming community when it came to its genre, and it tended to hold on the gaming world really shone when they tackled on a game genre that was really static for quite some time. End list! Alright, thank you all again for watching. I know I kind of ranted on a lot about the games that I don't like, but you know what? If you don't like it, put it in the comments, and I'll fight you for it. But aside from that, maybe you want to check out some other videos that I kind of did. Also, I think there's a like and comment and subscribe button somewhere. Go find it.